My good people, I am coming back again to bring to us an important information. I have precisely here 2 videos that I want you to watch attentively. These are all about relationship, about our marriages. It concerns you if you are in a relationship or planning to get into one. If you're planning to get to one, this will be a way for you to learn and try to envisage what might happen when you get in there. And those of us that are in the relationship as well, we should be able to learn on how to manage ourselves and see ourselves through. Nobody wants their marriages to break up. It's a taboo. We don't like to see that. I personally don't like to see that. Yet, there are dynamics. There are several things that we need to learn about each other. Our living together as a woman and as a man. What we need to look out for. What we need to watch out for. But I want you to see these 2 videos. The narration in the videos. Try to learn something from it. Talking about relationship here, I'm still contemplating on a talk and a video that I want to bring to you regarding the latest pronouncement of Pope Francis during this Yuletide period, talking about the blessings of the gay marriages by the Catholic Church. But when we're talking about relationship here, the one I'm referring to and the one I'm talking about is the relationship between or marriage between a male and a female, not the one Pope Francis was talking about. Actually, we're going to analyze that one very soon. Expect the video. My opinion, the opinion of the pastors or the Catholic priests all over the world, most especially from Africa. Let us learn together. I wish you all the best in your marriages, in your relationship, and I don't pray your marriages break up. Be careful. On this first video, Emma titled it, "The Testes of a Man Doesn't Like Noise."
And I want to let every woman know, when you see your husband quiet, when you see him just giving you, don't think you are winning. You have actually lost that man.
Yes.
Don't feel, wacha asikie hivyo. Even him, he knows he hurt me the other day. You want to prove a point. You are losing that man, and the gap between the two of you is increasing and widening and widening. Testosterone haipendi makelele.
Kama pesa.
The Bible says it is better to live at the rooftop of the house than to live with a nagging, fault-finding, disagreeing wife, a contentious woman. I want to let every woman listen to this. There's a hormone God has put in the testes of men, makende. And in those testes that God has put in the testes of, and one of the testes is big, another one is small. They should be like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Azitoshani hapana. Moja ni kubwa na moja ni ndogo, just like the breast of a woman. They are also not equal.
Thank you. I was just about to
the breast of women.
Podcast.
You see, hii ndio makende yetu na makende yao.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a hormone that God put in a man, and it is called testosterone. 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 It comes from the testes.
Yeah.
This testosterone does not like noise. Does not like a conflict. The minute you as the wife and the husband, you have a conflict, especially a conflict that has begun with the wife, it gets so scared and it diminishes. That's why anytime there is quarreling, you had a debated, toxic argument.
Yes.
You're not able to have sex because it gets scared.
That's very true.
And real husbands, real men, don't know to fight the battles of their wives. So what do? They withdraw and keep quiet. And I want to let every woman know, when you see your husband quiet, when you see him just giving you, don't think you are winning. You have actually lost that man.
Yes.
Don't feel, wacha asikie hivyo. Even him, he knows he hurt me the other day. You want to prove a point. You are losing that man, and the gap between the two of you is increasing and widening and widening. Testosterone haipendi makelele.
Kama pesa. Testosterone na pesa hazipendi makelele.
And the second contentious video The Japa syndrome gone hoary.
Husband who is about dumping his wife, he's sending her packing. This is because he had planned to stay in the UK as a dependent on his wife, who should be schooling. Now, it turned out that the wife failed her master's program's exams and they are asked to leave the UK. Now, the man is so angry. His wife's education was what he banked on to leave Nigeria and then to stay in the UK. But unfortunately, they have to return. The wife has given her own account in a voice note, and she says her husband is aware that she's not book smart.
I told my husband that I don't want to go to school again because I know what I suffered the last time. I don't want to go to school again. But he was like, no, let's go to the UK, let's go to the UK. I told him, let me get something doing here in Nigeria, open me a business. I want to do a business. I know that my head is not strong for book, but I can do business because I know I'm very street smart. But because everybody is going to UK, he said he wants to go to UK. You know before now that my head cannot carry book. I've not even reached UK. You impregnated me. Share is with the pregnancy that I'll use and be reading book. You are complaining that I failed and that you wish you married your ex. Please, as we are going back to Nigeria like this, you should go back and marry that his ex because I'm not doing again. Like, okay, you come and do the studying. Let me do the working. He said, no, I should study. You're seeing all the time that I'm paying people to do assignments for me. You cannot help me and do the assignments since you're claiming that you are smart. I've been suffering. That's how he talks to me anyhow. He makes me feel very worthless. Me, I know I can do other things. I can do business. But with the way it is now, but I'm not even interested in this marriage again.
All right, so that's our own side of the story. Just some thoughts on Instagram before we go. This user says, I love how self-aware she is. She knew her limitations and wanted to work within her boundaries. Only problem is that she married a charlatan. UK is really the safety net of Nigerian married women abuse in Nigeria. And then for this user, Bola, it says, for the mere fact that he could downgrade her in public and compare her to his ex shows how much of a manipulative man he is. Also shows how he constantly makes her feel less of herself. You don't use someone else's standard to judge another. If you were so smart, you could have opted to learn instead. And finally, Numi says, some people don't do well under pressure. Her pregnancy, the whole pressure of how they stay depends on her, accompanied with the studying. It's not easy. I beg. Well, it's their marriage. Let's see. I hope they are able to resolve it. But now that the woman is saying that she's also done because she feels worthless in the marriage, but then it is well with them.
This is Shokitable Media, and I approve this message.